If you've been looking for an ultra easy to use spray coating, I'm told that this is it. Our friends at Armour Detail Supply were kind enough to send me their PHOBIC spray coating, and I'm gonna put it through my full battery of tests. And by the end of this video, we'll know exactly where this product ranks on my top list, whether or not you should spend your money on it. You have to shake the product up really well, apply it to an applicator directly, and then spread it around. So let's see if it's more like a coating or more like a sealant, decide how easy it is to use, and figure out what category we're gonna put this product in. I do see those beads forming. We're right at about 60 seconds. Let's try to remove it. I would say the removal feels pretty easy. I feel the product already getting slick underneath. I'll show you the scoring for the test now, and this particular product I think is quite easy to apply. And yes, I will keep this product in the coating bucket rather than a spray sealant. So overall, definitely a 10 for the application. Couldn't ask for a much easier coating. I need just 1 second of your time to let you know that I've got affiliate links down below in the description. They're the products that I like, products that you might see in this video. If you click through and purchase anything at all at those websites, I'll get a small commission that helps me run this channel. It's time to figure out if this is a pretty product. I'm looking at things like depth and gloss. Looking at the red here, I can definitely see where the product is. However, it is not very striking on the red. Normally, if the product had made no difference, I would give it a 0 score, but there is a positive difference. I do see an improvement in depth and gloss. Visually, it does look better, and I think I'm gonna have a hard time showing you that in camera. Overall, on this, I will go up to a 5. It's just not a particularly beautiful product on this red. And on this black test panel, we can see the Armour product is over here. You can ignore the product here. It's something else I'm testing for a different video. And hopefully I'll be able to show you that the Armour also makes a significant improvement on the black as well. And it's a lot more striking than on the red. I think it's much prettier on the black than the red. I'm gonna go for a 5 here. I just don't think it's quite striking enough for a 10. But man, it's a good looking product on black. I wouldn't hesitate to use this. So we will average this to a 5 total score for prettiness. Is the PHOBIC a slick product? Slickness is a pretty important quality whenever you're making physical contact with your paint. We're gonna use the device to measure the gram force needed to move this 1,040 gram block. We're gonna take 5 measurements and average those out and then work out the static coefficient of friction. And we've got 0.10 kilos, so that's 100 grams. Got 100 grams again, and it doesn't matter how far I drag it, it's all about the initial force to break it free. 100 again, 80, and for the final test, 130. To find the average, we divide by 5. We just divide this by the weight of the block, 1,040 grams, and we get 0.10 rounded up as the static coefficient of friction for the PHOBIC. This is a very slick product. It's not incredibly slick, but this will get the job done. Whenever we're applying coatings like this PHOBIC from Armour Detail Supply, we usually want to see improvements to the looks of the car. And we talked about that earlier in visual appeal, but there's a little bit more to it, which is reflected light, how shiny and brilliant the paint looks. This base panel starts off at 88 gloss units when I've treated it with Meguiar's 205 during my machine polishing. Now we can see using the gloss meter whether that number goes up or down, having had the product applied and cured on top of it. It is possible to lose points here. Some products do step down the specular reflection, but it might not be this one. I'm already seeing 90.2 at the top for the first reading. And we've got 89.4 for the second. I'm seeing 88.1 for the third, 90.4 for the fourth, and 90.8 for the final reading. On average, it got 89.78 gloss units, and that is more than the 88 we started out at. If we subtract 88, we can see that this product is gonna get 1.8 rounded up points for gain in specular reflection. That is a pretty solid score. The PHOBIC definitely does increase specular reflection, which will allow the product to create more brilliance as you look at your car. How many washes can our product withstand? Before we start the test, let's just take a look and see what the base hydrophobicity looks like when we spray it with a hose. The Armour PHOBIC coating is working really well, but let's put it to the test. This is my alcometer, and it scrubs the surface of our test panel, and it's gonna simulate washes. We're gonna do these in buckets of 0, 10, 20, 50, 100, and 300. as well as 1,000 if the product can make it that far. I've dialed in 10 washes. Let's let the machine rip. I do want you to remember this is not a longevity test. This isn't like putting it outside in the real world. I'm really just simulating abrasion resistance. And from that, we can make some inferences about longevity. Certainly products that aren't resistive to abrasion have poor longevity. Now that we've done 10 washes, will the phobic coating still bead? It's still beading like a champ. And we're almost at 20 washes, so we'll find out how it does. Having passed 20 washes, is our product still working? I would say yes, absolutely. Let's go to 50. Can it still hold out? Absolutely, amazing, no impact yet. Going to 100. We've done 100 washes. Let's see what happens when we spray it. Let's go again, 300. Having done a huge 300 washes, can our Armour PHOBIC coating still work? I think it's working like it's brand new. That's incredible. Let's send it in the machine for 1,000 and see if it can get a top score. Let's see if it's still hydrophobic. Incredible. I think I'm seeing just the beginning of a wear line. What a great coating for abrasion resistance. It's definitely incredibly durable. It's gonna get the full 10 points. I'm impressed. Kind of dark and spooky in here, and that's because we're gonna be using my optical contact angle meter, and it will allow us to figure out just how hydrophobic the Armour Detail Supply phobic coating is. The micropipetter at the top will deliver deionized water droplets on top of the surface. The microscope at the end will give us a picture, while the backlight at the front provides enough light for the microscope, and then computer software will let me calculate the contact angle, which is the angle of the droplet as it relates to the flat plate here. And that will tell us just how hydrophobic this product is, so we can score it. All the computer work for the phobic is done. Let's find out just how hydrophobic it was. Overall, it averaged 105.2 degrees, which puts it into the top category. It's getting 10 points. And the highest angle we saw was 109.9. I don't have the numbers in front of me right now. This may be the most hydrophobic thing I've tested. At the very least, that is the highest single result that I saw, with almost 110 degrees. Incredibly hydrophobic product. This has been a really interesting product to test. I think there's quite a few things to talk about here, and of course answer the question of whether or not it's worth buying. So let's start with the installation. Truly, as they said, incredibly easy product. Don't see how you could make a coating much easier. And of course, we can't ignore that durability. 1,000 washes, it barely looked like it was affected at all. I don't know if it will last more than the 2 years they promise, but I completely believe them when they say 2 years. If you've used this for a while, and I don't know when this came out to be honest, but if you've had this for a while, definitely let me know down below in the comments what your experience has been like. Furthermore, the contact angle was absolutely bananas on this thing. It is up there with all the big boys, all the best products. The product also noticeably boosted specular reflection, and the slickness is also really great. It was only off by 100th from getting a top score of 10 points. I think really the only area where I could see maybe the product improving is the visual appeal. You know, it only scored a 5 overall. Would I recommend this product? Would I buy it? Should you go spend your money on it? And I think yes, if you like a very easy to use coating that has strong durability and all these other great characteristics, this is an absolute no-brainer. This could be a great choice for you. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if this is your first time visiting my channel, I do these kind of nerdy detail testing videos pretty frequently. I also do more general detailing content. I also love to mod and work on cars. There's something here for almost any car enthusiast, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and leave me a comment down below in the description. I'd love to hear about your experiences with phobic. Love to hear from you, and I hope to see you in another video real soon.